Hello there, and welcome to the Hub. I'm Sam,
I'm Matt.
and tell them what we're reviewing today.
Star Trek Discovery.
Yeah, see, I, see, I was in two minds about this episode. I don't want to be that guy to be like, oh yeah, there was hella talking and fuck all happened. But like, what's kind of disappointing for me, I don't know, maybe I'm expecting too much, but the last episode, last 2-3 episodes, it was so charged to kind of go from that and then to drop momentum so quickly for this episode and it be all talking, all planning and stuff like that, which I guess they need to do. Well, it's interesting because generally the shows I watch, even though I'm not going to juxtapose them, generally the shows I watch, the penultimate episode, it's like a big thing, and then something massive happens at the end, and then
generally the shows you watch, you mean Game of Thrones?
What are you being like that for?
That's what you're talking about, isn't it? That's the Game of Thrones thing. The big episode is the penultimate one, and the finale is calm.
It happens in The Flash, it happens in Arrow. That's what I was thinking. Game of Thrones didn't pop into my head.
It doesn't.
Yeah,
It's Game of Thrones.
You had Iris get murked and then it goes into the finale. Remember that?
Yeah, but most of that episode was pretty slow until she died. And then it went into the finale. This is just the calm before the storm, before the setup of the finale. What I will agree with you, as we talked about last week, is it seems weird that we've had such a big 3-episode arc, and then we've had another kind of semi-reboot of the show, where Philippa is back in charge, like she was at the beginning. It's kind of like we've gone full circle, except now she's super evil.
I think she's going to get murked.
What, again?
Yeah, because really, Michael needs... I don't want to come off batty right now, but Michael needs to put that chapter in her life behind her, and I don't see the point of her. Yeah, Discovery hasn't got a captain, but I mean, I'd rather have Saru, you know, the fish guy. I'd rather have him as the captain because it'd work better for him. You know what I mean? I think it'd work better for his character, because normally he just runs around and is kind of goes off with like one person during the episode and is like backing them up. Like while Stamets was out, he was backing up with Tilly and stuff like that, and now Stamets is back. He was pushed into the captain's role, and now he hasn't been. Now he's just kind of standing there and is just like a spare part. So, you know, whether he's qualified or not, it'd serve him better being the captain and Michael as first mate, or the other way round. It'd work having, if he was first mate, then I don't think, because Michael's always going to be the focus of the show, so if she was the captain, then it kind of, the B team would suffer a little bit, because she's more like going around doing stuff than just sitting in a chair all episode. You know what I mean?
Yeah, although it is worth saying, in the original Trek, like, Kirk would always go down anyway. But that seemed kind of odd they did away with that in the later shows. But I think the thing, they've got to pop, the other Lorca's got to pop up.
Yeah.
Because they had a throwaway line from the Admiral of, oh, my Lorca's dead, or my Gabriel's gone, or whatever it was. And it's like, it seems like they're flip-flopping the two characters. So you had the good Philippa, then you had evil Lorca, now you got evil Philippa, so surely good Lorca's got to pop up and take her place.
Yeah, my point is that they made a real big, do you know, previously on Star Trek, they did that, and they focused on Lorca getting zapped. So that to me tells me, it's like, yo, look at this, if you missed it last episode, but it kind of disappears in blue as opposed to disappearing in red. So I think they put a lot of emphasis on that. So that's my flex. That's what I'm thinking. He's going to pop up again.
Oh yeah, I think evil Lorca will pop up again. I just think it was such an easy throwaway thing. actors mentioned the Lorca's got. I don't buy it. I think it's got to pop up in place. And also, you notice they mentioned that. What happened to the other Discovery?
I got destroyed.
Because they mentioned, yeah, that's what I mean. They mentioned it in this episode. Like, what destroyed it?
I think the Klingons must have. Because they were like, oh yeah, we thought, what are you doing here? You're imposters. And we're like, nah, we're the Discovery. And it's like, nah, because we went to wherever and we found remnants of your ship. So like, they must have bumped into the because who else is going to destroy a Federation ship? It's got to be the Klingons. So obviously they were kind of discombobulated, didn't know where they were, and they got murked real quick.
So do we know who was in charge of that Discovery?
Yeah, Tilly.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, okay. Alright, well that works out.
Any more thoughts on the episode? Because I mean, generally their main thing was to terraform that moon so they could get mycelium so they could go to Qo'noS, and on the DL I think they're planning to she's kind of took the role as her being evil kind of plays into the kind of before we knew Lorca was, because that's something he'd do, because they're definitely planning to destroy Qo'noS, but not everyone knows yet. Like Spock's dad does, and Georgiou does, and I don't know whether the Admiral does, but I think that's the main plan, to zap there, and then they're gonna murk it. Michael don't know, and no one else knows, but they know. So that's gonna be the big hole.
I wonder if is evil Philippa taking the place of the other one? What I couldn't quite work out as I was watching the episode. Is that a Starfleet decision, or is that something the Admirals decided?
I think the Spock's dad did, because they made the deal, didn't they? They were like, look, I'm going to go there and do what's necessary to wipe out the Klingons, but in return I want my freedom. So he obviously went to staff and made the decision to overturn the fact that she's dead, and they're claiming her to be the real Georgiou, and they were like, oh yeah, they faked her death, she was on a Klingon ship. So I guess Spock's dad went and told them that, and now she's been reinstated, so for all intents and purposes she's got her freedom. Whether she's gonna, after she does what needs to be done on Qo'noS, whether she's gonna like go off and do her own thing, or she's gonna stay as captain, I don't know, but it's all up in the air at the moment.
Because that's sketchy, because Sarek can say what he wants, but if Starfleet are allowing a known
Well, I think because
evil emperor to take charge of one of their ships, that goes against everything they stand for.
I don't think they know.
Okay.
Because they did the whole cover story that she wasn't dead, but she was on a Klingon prison ship and they just saved her. So I don't think Starfleet knows that she's from this other universe, and think Starfleet's pretty much all wiped out. Because the Klingons have basically won the war, so I think there's only a certain little kind of schism of Starfleet left on Earth, and at desperate times.
Yeah, okay.
I've got expert Star Trek knowledge.
It still just seems so odd. Like, they dropped a line about Enterprise, you know, an Archer and whatnot, so we know where we are and what universe we're in. It just seems like the Klingons just don't seem like the Klingons. That's the only thing. It's not only their appearance. They just don't seem like them. Even Sarek making just weird decisions. Just everything seems kind of off. I think that's gone. And look, to me, like I say, I'm not a hardcore Star Trek fan, so I'm not particularly bothered by it. I know you're not, but
I know you're dropping buzzwords like Enterprise, so I don't know what that means.
Well, I'm dropping a word. It's not a buzzword like Enterprise. It's a TV show. It's not hard to know about it, is it? But it's like, I think this is why the hardcore Trekkies are bugged.
Well, what you?
You know, here's Spock's dad with his adopted daughter making a really like hardcore decision about a Starfleet ship.
Yeah, but it's logical.
Is it?
I think Spock's dad's like really respected among people. I think people just listen to him.
It is.
What was I gonna say? I completely like. What do you want the Klingons to do then? You're getting mad at the Klingons, ain't they a warrior race? They're winning the war, and you're getting pissed off at them. Do you want them to lose?
They are. They don't seem like them. Even that weird, like, science experiment with the guy. Oh, that's something we haven't talked about. Their big emotional fallout and their breakup and whatnot. Can't say I cared too much.
No, I wasn't too bothered. I like that the rest of the crew were treating him good and they sat and had dinner with him, but she's hurting right now. She's hurting, but that's why I feel like he's going to end up sacrificing himself. But I think he's like confined to quarters, so I don't really know how that's going to work. But you've got to figure like his journey's come to an end in the sense that I guess like when this is resolved, he's like a prisoner, right? They're not going to accept him as real Ash Tyler, so I guess he's going to be experimented on, like dashed back to Starfleet and locked up. So I think
I don't know. I don't think he is a prisoner.
Well, that's what he's. No, he was walking about the ship, wasn't he? But he's been stripped of. I remember they said he's been stripped of his title and he'll never fly for Starfleet again. So I think, in all intents and purposes, he's just a civilian, kind of like Michael was, except not kind of a prisoner or whatever. So I guess they're just going to drop him off, and he'll go do his own thing. Really,
I think he's way more interesting as a Klingon anyway. So I'd kill him off. He seems like the obvious one to bump off. But that's just the kind of thing, though, like that like really sciencey experimentation thing. That's not really, like I said, they're a warrior race. That's not really a Klingon thing. They'll shoot and kill, and that's it. What are you gonna do? Time change, I guess. I think it's the blue thing that's throwing me. It's so blue. That's weird.
I think it's a lie. I think it was a lie of kind of where they were. Trust me. Let's talk numbers.
I don't know. I'll give it a 7. Like I said, it's the calm before the storm. Not much happened, but it's fine for what it was. Get out of the way with.
I'm 7.5, and I think the finale is going to be hashtag Big Pimpin'. I think it's all going to go off, and I think whatever happens at Qo'noS now is what's going to shape the Klingons. Because if they blow up Qo'noS, then obviously maybe they're going to look like the normal Klingons as a result.
No, because the Klingons Enterprise is established. They look like the Klingons in Enterprise. Enterprise covered why. Enterprise showed why they in the Next Gen era they didn't look like they did in the original series, and gave them the big like Worf head and whatnot. But this is what the Klingons look like, I guess, according to this show. I have no idea why. And it's not like they haven't changed that explanation before. They slightly changed in that and the J.J. Abrams era as well. So it's just it's such a glaring change. I think is what's throwing people, me included.
Okay. I'm Sam.
I'm Matt.
And we'll see you next time on the Hub.